Welcome to The Vibrant Couple. My name is Valdo Lallemand. I'm a relationship coach. I created The Vibrant Couple 3 months ago to further my purpose of liberating love through connection and playfulness. Welcome to our new series on emotional intelligence. Just in case you haven't seen it, you can see the link up there on the first video of the series on emotional intelligence. Today, I'm really excited to talk about emotions and feelings. So what are emotions? Are emotions and feelings the same? How do children learn feelings? What I call Feelings 2020. And then I'm going to give you feeling cards so that you can use for your own purpose. There are millions of chemical reactions happening in our body and in our brains at any given time to regulate all these functions. I am pretty sure that you have heard about those hormones that are related to our emotions. Dopamine is linked to stress and anxiety. Oxytocin, also called the love hormone, is linked with contentment and security. Epinephrine and norepinephrine are linked with anger, and serotonin is linked to moods. We need emotions because they are messengers informing our body and our brain of what is going on, and sometimes there are alarms, like in the case of anger. Are emotions and feelings the same? Emotions come first. They usually manifest either subconsciously or consciously. They usually have a trigger. They are usually directed towards a specific external object. And they come with physiological and behavioral changes. Feelings come second. They are how we interpret our emotions and let them sink in. Feelings are thereby experienced consciously. Emotions have universal body and facial expressions. Feelings, not necessarily. The same way some people have an accent when they talk. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I've read that in a book. Some people are able to manage their emotions differently. So, for example, poker players are able to manage their emotions in a way that is not visible to their opponents. Also, some people who have a very high EQ are able to experience their emotions but not show them. Let's talk a little bit about how children learn about feelings. So first, children have very strong emotions. One of the emotions that they experience a lot and that is often either accepted or very much frowned upon is anger. Most children, at least in the United States, are told about the 3 primary emotions: mad, sad, glad. Children also learn about fear. So we have mad, sad, glad, afraid. I believe that these 4 are pretty universally accepted as the 4 main emotions. In my personal view, the next on the list are surprise, excitement, disgust, and shame. I created what I call Feelings 2020 the same way optometrists created what they call Vision 2020. So line 1, 20 to 100 is basically the only thing that people can see is whether they are mad or not. Then on line 2, 20/100, then there are 4 primary emotions: mad, sad, glad, or afraid. On line 3, 20/50, we have access to a wider territory of emotions. Line 4 provides more detail on the 8 primary emotions that are on line 3. If we take a look at excitement from line 3, you notice that eager, energized, thrilled, and enlivened each have their own flavor of excitement. I call this line 2030 because I believe it is good to get even more granularity about feelings. I have split line 5, 2020, into positive emotions and negative emotions. So positive emotions are the ones we like, like joy and happiness, and negative emotions are the ones we don't like anger and sadness. When we grow in our emotional intelligence, we tend to let go of the words positive and negative for emotions, and more we look at feelings when our needs are met and feelings when our needs are not met. I have grouped these feelings by category. So, for example, worried, apprehensive, scared, panicky, and terrified are all fear related. I believe that having a strong vocabulary for our feelings is really important. For example, each of the 8 feelings in that blue box that are linked to frustration, each of them has their unique characteristics. They convey something very specific that the other ones don't. However, it is also possible to express our frustrations in other ways. So if we were to create a scale from 0 to 100%, with a low percentage we would say, I feel a little bit frustrated. With a high percentage you would say, I feel very frustrated. And then with 100% you would say, I am effing pissed. I am putting 3 links in the description below to 3 PDF documents. The first one is Feelings 2020. First, it may be helpful with your children, or maybe because you have a low emotional vocabulary and you want to start where you are at. Second is the feeling cards when our needs are met. And third, the feeling cards when our needs are not met. I am so delighted to have spent this time with you, looking at emotions and feelings, and give you some of the tools I use when I want to further understand what is going on inside of me. A couple of days ago, I was unclear about what I was feeling, so I called my friend Will, who is typically very helpful when I don't know exactly what is going on. Thankfully, we caught it on tape. So episode 3 will be this conversation between Will and I, annotated with how we used the feeling cards. If this video inspired you to grow your emotional intelligence as well as your feelings vocabulary, please hit the like button below and subscribe so you can be notified when I publish new juicy content. I look forward to seeing you very soon.